Hi and welcome to the Breastfeeding Coach. I'm Lisa Davies. Today I want to talk to you about nipple confusion. Now this is something that quite a lot of people have either experienced or they've heard a lot about and maybe are a bit fearful about. And I'm going to say something now that's going to really possibly turn you over and get you quite angry. But I want you to bear with me during this video and to be able to explain it fully. Now, I don't believe that there's anything called nipple confusion. I don't think nipple confusion actually exists. And the reason is this. At the end of the day, we were designed to breastfeed. We were designed to have skin to skin for our babies to know the smells of what skin is like, to understand how to root and how to reach for the nipple. And that's all natural and that's entirely instinctive. It's actually built-in instincts. So the idea that a baby can get confused about the nipple just really doesn't sit well with me at all. And I want to put it to you because I know you're probably screaming at me right now, but I've had nipple confusion and I've had problems with getting them back on the breast after they've been on the bottle. I want to explain to you that actually this is what it is. It's bottle confusion. So everything's fine until a bottle comes in. That's where the confusion is. And it's really important to understand that when we change the linguistics about something, it allows our mind to focus on how to solve the problem. When we talk about nipple confusion, we think confusion, nipple is the problem, we're all confused. If you talk about bottle confusion, you start to understand that the problem is with the bottle. It's the bottle that's been introduced, and that is what we've got to go and change and take some strategies, think about how we can move back from bottle to breast. And there's nothing about there's something wrong with my body, it's me, there's something wrong with me, my baby doesn't want me, my baby doesn't have instincts anymore for my nipple. That's not true. And the reason why I can say this is after bottle feeding my baby pretty much entirely, I put the baby, my third daughter, to my breast a couple of times in hospital, and after that she was completely on bottle. I was too ill to feed her. She was on a bottle for 5 weeks, okay? And I introduced the breast and she breastfed, okay? And I used some techniques and I will share them with you as to how I did that. But I want you to understand that I did that and I was able to do that because we have a natural instinct and we can't just make them disappear. They still exist. It's all about how you reignite it and how you understand why your baby may be refusing the breast. So when we've got a bottle and it's really easy, bottle's really easy, the way the teat is shaped and the milk just drips into the back of the throat, and this is presuming you've bought a typical kind of teat or a typical type of bottle that's out there, even if they say that they're marketed around being similar to nature. There's only a few that really have got some special mechanisms in there that try to mimic breastfeeding as much as possible or reduce as much of the air, and so the baby has to work really hard. There aren't really many of them. So the teat's really easy. So it's a human trait, okay? At the end of the day, if something's easy, we're going to do it that way. We're going to be lazy if we can be lazy. There are times in your life, and I want you to think back now, that you've gone, I can either do it this way or I can do it that way. Oh, that one's easy. That one's easier. I can get that job, I can get that money, that's easier that way than maybe studying for this or having the discipline around that. Maybe it's around achieving certain GCSEs or some grades at school. You may have picked certain topics over one another because they were easier rather than picking the harder route. That is just what we do. So you need to understand that first of all, that the baby's got nothing against your breast or your nipple, and you need to stage how you come away from a bottle, and it also depends on how resilient you are as an individual. So I will share with you on another video about how to be resilient and the times that I've had to be resilient in order to make sure that my baby was actually going to feed and insist on feeding in a particular way. So that's the topic for today, is around there's no such thing as nipple confusion, it is bottle confusion. And honestly, change the language of what the problem is, and you'll start to find solutions, you'll start to focus on what the true problem really is, put some strategies in place, and I promise you'll have a lot more success. Hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you soon.